Okay, so this video, I'm going to show you guys how you can predict the Bitcoin top and the Bitcoin bottoms. And I'm going to show you how this chart that I'm going to put together in front of you has predicted the Bitcoin tops and bottoms since 2017. Bitcoin's like the North Star of the whole industry, the whole market, right? So wherever Bitcoin goes, you're going to see everything else follow. Basically, not every single crypto, like not financial advice, guys. Please be smart and do your due diligence. But generally speaking, Bitcoin moves and then everything else moves. And like, what is most people's biggest problem, why they can't make money in this market, is because one, they don't know when to sell. They'll like ride it all the way up and then all the way down. Many of you have probably done that. Or they'll sell too early and then they'll emotionally revenge trade even those little profits away because they saw it go all the way up, and it just messes with their emotion or whatever. Or they can't even hold it, right? So because they don't believe it's gonna go or whatever, and they eventually just get out, or they'd sell at a loss as soon as it dips. You know, all those things, all those scenarios that a lot of you have probably been through. Like, I know I've been through all of those scenarios already in the past. First, like 2-3 years in crypto, I lost so much money making all those mistakes, right? But yeah, those mistakes is kind of what turns us into resilient investors, right? But yeah, this here is the USDT dominance chart. This is the Tether chart, dominance chart. So this is basically showing us how much Tether is being held in the whole market, whole industry, crypto market. Right now, 5.6% of the whole crypto market cap is being held in USDT. So Tether stablecoin, 5.76% of the whole market cap is right now being held in Tether. And you can see at the peak here, this is the bear market, almost 10% of the whole market cap was in Tether. And that's smart money, guys. Like the normie investor doesn't hold Tether. Maybe a couple of them do, but like they don't. Like, this was the bear market. The normie investor was out of the market then. You know what I mean? So this is smart money, in my personal opinion. Watching this action on this chart is watching smart money move their US dollars around. Okay. And then over here, I'm going to open the Bitcoin chart. Okay. Just for reference, I'm showing you these two charts. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the Tether chart here. The Tether dominance chart, let's not get that mixed up. Tether's a stable coin. So if we actually looked at the Tether chart, it would be a flat line because it's pegged to the dollar. This is the dominance. So this is the money moving in and out of Tether, okay? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this trend line here, okay? And again, this is how I predict the market tops and bottoms. I'm going to take this color marker here, and I'm going to circle every time that the Tether dominance chart hit this lower trend line. Okay, right there. Right here again. Is this a hit? That's not a hit, I don't think. Here's a hit though. Here's another hit. And here's another hit. So you can see these are all the points Tether dominance hit this lower upward trend line, okay? And this one almost hit, so I'm going to draw a tiny little circle right there. Okay, now I'm going to get the Bitcoin chart and overlay it. And I'm going to turn it into a black chart just so it stands out a bit more. A nice thick one, a nice thick black line. And try to match the trend lines up so Bitcoin's matching the same, is riding the same trend line as the Tether one, okay? Okay, so what is super cool here? Like, for one, I'm going to hide this upper trend line because we don't really need to look at it right now. I'm going to talk about it in a sec. let's look at this lower trend line, okay? So every time it hit the trend line, I circled the tether dominance candles, right? And then look at the Bitcoin price every time it hit where I circled. Boom, that was the first all-time high of the 2017 bull run, okay? And the tether dominance hit that trend line. This was the next high in 2 years or a year or whatever. Right here it hit, okay? Pretty crazy. And then let's go over to here where it hit again. That was the all-time high of the 2021 bull run. And then it hit the trend line again right here. That was the next all-time high of that bull run. And then over here, this was just back in March 2024. It hit the trend line again. The tether dominance hit the trend line. And then boom, we had our all-time high again, okay? So what does that tell you? Every time that tether dominance hits this upward trend line, we have a new high on Bitcoin, okay? So if somebody doesn't know when to sell, but they understand this, they'll know that the sell-off is coming, right? And you have fair warning too. This is March. Yeah, these are month candles. So you got March here. You got fair warning, and then it starts to sell off. Let's see, week candles. So it hit March 11th. Price was at 68,000. It did go up to 71,000, but it hit the trend line there. So if I was dedicated to this strategy based on history and I had conviction, I saw it hit that trend line, I would have sold right there at 68,000. Even though it went up even more. Like maybe I would have kept a little bit in just in case it went up more, which you should probably always do, because not every strategy, no strategy is like 100%, but yeah, that would have been a great time to sell, even if you got out at 68,000, because look what happened. It went down after that. And tether dominance started to go up, right? So you can see they go in the opposite direction. So since 2017, this setup with this chart and these two things overlaid like this has shown us when the top has been in, literally every single time. Okay, so now let's look at it in a different way.